To get ourselves on the right path, we have to feel scared sometimes. And that is good. That is okay. And I want you to step up and feel a little bit scared about something and create something and put it out to the world. We might get it a little bit wrong the first time round, but it's all about practice.
Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, coaches, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to the needs of you, the practicing natural therapist. We have interviews during the holiday season and business and mindset support each week, so you'll get the variety you need to enjoy and stay motivated in your practice. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the weekly episodes. And if you want to connect with me, always check the show notes because that's where you'll find the links to book appointments and, of course, to join the Academy, the membership group where there's constant connection and community with like-minded practitioners. Now, let's get started.
Hello, welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How the devil are you? So if you've been listening in, you know that we're up to number 3 of our August Mindset podcasts. And the reason we're doing it is because we're just building up again. We're at the start of a new financial year and we're building up to, I don't know what we're building up to. That's the question for you today. What are you building up to in your business? What is going to get you uncomfortable? And when I say uncomfortable, we need to branch out. We need to feel some fear. We need to feel some discomfort. We have to step out of our comfort zone and do things we haven't done before. So I'd run businesses as the younger me. I grew up in an entrepreneurial household. My father would now be called an advertising executive, but he called himself a spaceman because he sold space in a newspaper. So he was a salesman. And my mother had worked in a bank before she had children, and then she sold Tupperware, and she was very successful at it because, of course, it was the first form of keeping food away from ants that came out on the market before everything came into the supermarkets. And then they bought and ran motels. So I'd grown up in a very entrepreneurial selling sort of system and lifestyle and household. So it wasn't that strange for me. When I started traveling, I worked in pubs and then I ran restaurants, and before I became a nurse, and then I'm with people, working with people, and then I decided to run my own business. There's still a big learning curve with running your own business in comparison to working for other people in their business. But we have to step out of our comfort zone always. So podcasting. I started a podcast as a practitioner a long time ago, and I couldn't do it. It just wasn't there. It wasn't for me. I did some vlogs. They were much better and they worked much better. I had there's a YouTube channel. And so they were sort of happening. It wasn't until recently, last couple of years, that it dawned on me that, hey, podcasting, I enjoy podcasting. I like talking about how I can help you to create the business you want. But for you to create the business you want, when we're literally hardwired to feel scared, as soon as we step out of our comfort zone, it's really hard. We have to sort that mindset out. We've managed to survive as long as we have, doing the things we have. But now, here we are with our business shouting at us to get clients, to tell our clients once we've got them how to look after themselves and what to do, asking them for referrals, asking them like I'm asking you on this podcast. I'm saying, please write a review. Please give me 5 stars. You're listening to me. If you get a chance, just scroll down a bit on Spotify or Apple and write that review. And there you are with your client in clinic. And they've said to you, thank you so much. I feel great. That is the moment you say to them, will you write a review for me, please? I don't want you to write anything about what was wrong with you, about your illness, about anything we've done together. All I would like you to say is that I'm really great to work with, because we're literally hardwired to be scared. We have a little gremlin sitting on our shoulder saying, don't step out on the road. Don't walk in front of that bus. Be careful, because we have to be careful as a species. Being careful has saved our lives. But now that we have a business, we have to step out of our comfort zone. We have to do things that are going to get clients to come to us. So in my 90-day program with people, I literally say, you've got to go and do this, that, and the other thing. Like, oh, I don't really want to do that. Right, let's talk about it. Why don't you want to do that? In my masterminds, we do this. It's like, why don't you want to do that? What is holding you back? What is stopping you from doing that thing? What is stopping you from writing that blog? What is stopping you from doing that live? What is stopping you from being visible and creating that brand that you can share with the world so that people will say yes to you? Yes, I want to come and see you. Yes, you're the clinician for me. We all have to do scary stuff. I've done tons of scary stuff. I can't jump out of airplanes because I get airsick in small craft. So I couldn't do retrieval. I couldn't do medical retrievals because I can't go in small aircraft without feeling immediately sick. So that's off the agenda. But I have jumped off buildings with ropes around me. So what is it that's scary for you, that's stopping you making yourself visible, that's building your brand and your visibility so that you can create the business that you want, so that you can share your business with others? Now there are visualizations here on the podcast, and within the Academy, there's visualizations as well. I'll just drop that one in there. We need to think, what is it that's holding me back? What is it stopping me? When we finish college, if you just go out, open a business, da-da, and put out an A-frame, da-da, and that's it. Sometimes you'll get people in because you might have found the exact right spot on the exact right busy street, right next to the perfect place. I mean, there've definitely been places that I've looked at and I thought to myself, that would be perfect to have a naturopath's office or a nutritionist's office there. There's a doctor's surgery, there's a dentist, there's a cafe, perfect spot, because there will be that passing traffic, but it will still be slow to build if you're not out there meeting people, if you're not out there networking, if you're not putting yourself out there so that people can see you and your brand, so that people can connect with you. And we talked about that. August number one was finding their pain points and talking to their pain points. Because even if you're in that spot and there's a dentist, and we're sticking with pain here, aren't we? There's a dentist and maybe it's a surgeon's who's down the road, then maybe you would be promoting that you support pain relief and recovery from pain, because that would work with the people that are in the road or whatever. Okay. But we're hardwired to feel scared. We're hardwired to want to protect ourselves and look after ourselves. So you as a business owner need to be willing and able to get out there and get uncomfortable and not just do it once, but repeat it, because consistency is important. It's really important. We've got to be consistent. My hashtag Training Tuesday in Strictly Education and Sport is hardly ever on a Tuesday, because Tuesday is the busiest and noisiest day in this household. But I still have to get out there and I have to do it. I stupidly called it Training Tuesday, but now the hashtag's there. It means that you can go and find things within the group because it's got the hashtag. But what we're really thinking about and what we really need to think about is, how can I do something consistently? How can I support my business consistently and put myself out there consistently? It might be that you need to join a networking group in the short term so that everybody in that group is different. It might be that you're really good at actually promoting things except yourself, and you create your own networking group. You put it out there to the world rather than people having to pay. I don't know. What is it that is holding you back? What fear, what discomfort is holding you back that you need to step through? That you need to go, all right, I hate my voice, so I'm not going to podcast. Well, honest engine, guys, I don't listen to my voice again. My VA does my podcasts for me. So these are all a one-off. There's no going back for me. And it's not that I don't like the sound of my voice. I think my voice is actually okay. But it's that I don't want to listen to it again. Whereas I will listen to other people's podcasts and they have to have a voice I enjoy listening to. Someone told me about a podcast recently. She said, oh, it's really interesting. I've just started listening. And I started listening. I can't. Oh no. I was like, no, that voice. I can't do that voice. That's just too awful. And then 10 minutes later, it was a half an hour long, the podcast. I thought, I can't listen to this. Within 10 minutes, I got a message. I can't stand it any longer. I can't listen to that voice. So it might be that you don't have the voice for it, but you do have the written word. Or it might be you need to find a voice coach so that you can deepen your voice, so that you use as my voice coach used to say, organs of articulation, which of course is your lips, teeth, tongue, your mouth, your jaw. Voice coach wasn't really a voice coach. She was a drama teacher when I was at school. However, to get ourselves on the right path, we have to feel scared sometimes. And that is good. That is okay. And I want you to step up and feel a little bit scared about something and create something and put it out to the world. We might get it a little bit wrong the first time round, but it's all about practice. We work in a practice. We call it a practice, don't we? We call our clinics a practice. We're only practicing, okay? We are practicing to get it right as a human. We're practicing to get it right as a natural health practitioner. We're practicing to get it right to share ourselves to the world. And we get lots of things right. We get the results for our clients, but getting it out there and sharing yourself and who you are can be scary. But I really need you to step up to that fear and discomfort and go, yeah, I'm going to spend 5, 10, 15 minutes on that fear and discomfort, and I'm going to step through it and do something to share with my world what I do, who I am, and how I can help them, because my business is about them. It's about the client. So what is it that I can do that gives me fear and discomfort, but puts me out to the world? So I'm going to leave you with that one, okay? And I hope you have an absolutely brilliant rest of day. And I look forward to you coming back and listening to the next one of these in a couple of days' time. Chat soon.
Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.